Hi guys, welcome to ZIBAKERIZ, and in this video I will be sharing with you how to create this beautiful blue buttercream floral porcelain cake. This is a 6-inch layer cake that has already been covered in white American buttercream, and I'm going to be adding some blue decoration. So here I'm using Chef Master Royal Blue. I'm just going to be adding in a drop of this, and I'm also going to be adding in a drop of violet. So you're just going to be adding in a drop of that as well. And this is gel-based food coloring, so a little bit does go a long way. So you're gonna keep mixing that, and if you feel like it's not as vibrant, I would add a little bit more blue to it, as I did in here. And I added a little bit more blue and violet again until I achieved this beautiful dark blue color. I took some of the blue buttercream out and added some black to it to create a darker shade. Now I placed all of these in piping bags, and over here I have a Wilton Tip 2D, and I'm going to be using this to create my drop flowers on the cake. The other tip I'm going to be using is a Wilton Tip number 3, and I'm going to use this to create more fine detailed designs on my cake. And the last tip is more of a star tip, and I added a coupler to this in case I wanted to add any other tips to this, and the other option I had was my tip number 104. I'm going to start off with my tip 2D to create these drop flowers. So you want to add pressure on the cake, and then you want to kind of twist. The more pressure that you will add on the cake, the more larger your floral designs will come. And if you create a twist, you'll kind of create like a different style of flowers as well. So the amount of pressure that you add on your cake, the different types of flowers you'll create, so you can see close up that the more pressure I'm adding, the larger and bigger the flowers I'm achieving. The less pressure, the smaller the flowers. Here I'm using my floral tip now, and I'm going to be using this to create smaller flowers. So I'm going to just fill in any of the gaps and also try to add more flowers on the top where more of the white buttercream is showing. This is going to help me create more of like a floral upward downward design on my cake. And you're going to do this all around your cake. And now I'm going to be using my Wilton Tip number 3, and this is going to help me create smaller, more fine detailed designs. So over here, the design that I'm going for is a dot design, where I'm going to be adding more pressure and gradually decreasing my pressure, and it's going to be a large to small dot design. And I'm going to be also creating another design, which is a spiral design. So I'm going to add a little bit of spiral and then connect the two and add some dots. So I'm going to be alternating between these two types of patterns all around my cake. Also, if you guys are enjoying this cake decorating tutorial, please comment down below what you guys would like to see next. And back to the video. So I'm just going to continue creating these dots all around my cake. So I'm also going to be showing a close-up so you guys can really see the fine details that I'm adding to this cake. And also the dot design as well. Now I'm going to be going back with my star tip, and I'm going to be creating these floral drop flowers on the top of these dot designs that I've created, just to tie everything together. And I'm also going to now be using these silver dragées to finish off my florals. So I'm just going to be placing them in the center of each flower. So you don't have to add them in between each flower, but I did add them in between most of my flowers. And you just want to carefully place them all around the cake. I went with silver dragées, but you could add gold, you could add white pearls. It really depends on the design that you're going for. Now that it's all in between the large flowers, I'm using slightly smaller dragées to put in between these smaller drop flowers. I'm also going to be adding a couple of the dragées kind of going upwards on the base of the cake as well. Now for the top of the cake, I'm going to go back in with my Wilton Tip 2D and create the drop flowers. And I'm kind of going to be creating like this moon shape. So I'm going to kind of take a couple of the drop flowers and add those to the sides of the cake. And then with my star tip, I'm going to add a couple more on the edges of the cake, but I'm not going to connect the two sides. And then just go back and fill in any of the gaps where I feel like there's some of the white buttercream showing through. Now with my Wilton Tip number 3, I'm going to create some designs, the same ones that I created on the border of my cake. So the swirl designs with the dots. And I'm going to be adding a couple more dots here and there on the top of the cake as well. And then to finally finish off the cake, I'm going to go in with my silver dragées and place those in the center of some of the drop flowers. and you can go as much or as little as you want. I kind of added more to the top of my cake, and then I added a couple more on the base of my white buttercream just to finish off the top of the cake. And there you have it, a beautifully finished, elegant blue buttercream floral porcelain cake. I'm really happy with the way this cake turned out, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I would love to answer your questions. Also, please do subscribe to my channel for a new cake decorating tutorial each week, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.